Hey there everybody, redxparasite here, and welcome back to Let's Play Metroid Prime 2. In the last episode, we did some things around Sanctuary Fortress, fought a mini-boss, and now we're making our way to picking up one of the last upgrades that we're going to need. We have some Dark Troopers, Dark Fire Commandos here. We're just going to ignore them. So, this is the Judgment Drop, Dark World corresponding to Abyss. So, there's some Dark Creed that are going to get in your way here. It is probably the easiest to shoot them from a distance and just clear them out before you try to make the jump. I have missiles that home in on stuff. They are a lot easier to hit targets at a distance. Alright, so we should be safe now. Oh, okay, that didn't quite work. The game gave me a glimmer of hope there, just for a brief second. So once you grapple across, there's a portal on the light world side. Just hit it up, and we'll be on the other side of the Grand Abyss. Well, unfortunately, though, the portal kind of doesn't exist here, so now we're trapped. Just kidding. We would be trapped if we, weren't about to get another upgrade. Which I really like the addition of this upgrade to the Prime series. I, wasn't really sure how they'd be able to manage it. So if I scan it, we can see what it is, or I can keep scanning the cage over and over again. This is the screw attack. Yeah, if you've played any of the 2D Metroid games, then you know what the screw attack does, and you're thinking, like, how could they incorporate that into the Prime games? But they did. So what we have to do here, you notice there were 4 lasers that shot out from these four things that I'm going to fall off the edge trying to scan. Yep. Okay. Well, it's just. Let's not worry about it for now. We're going to need to go to the Dark World to actually be able to get over to them. But we have to turn all of those around in order to unlock the screw attack for us. So, in this case, we have some new enemies here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to grapple across the gap first, because you can actually get across without killing the enemies. So just jump across quickly, then scan them, so you don't have to worry about actually, them getting in your way. These are Dark War Wasps, Darkling possessed aerial hunters. Sturdy insect gains strength from ink possession. It retains the ability to fire blasts of energy. Vicious and swift, the War Wasp is a prime target for young Ing eager to join the war effort. They appreciate the flying speed and numerous attacks of the insect possesses. If they prove their mettle in the War Wasp, these Ing often graduate to the control of larger, deadlier creatures. So, you can fight these, but there's really no reason to. Just activate the portal and leave. Also, they will keep trying to shoot you in the cutscene, so that's a little humorous. Okay, so now that we're on the other side here, we have some puzzles. Of course you would. Let's not roll off the edge. Or let's actually roll off the edge, because it's what all the cool kids are doing these days. So, we're going to have a few res bits here, and I really can't jump today, apparently. They're a minor inconvenience. Of course, use the same. Why? Why do I keep on not jumping? Although he doesn't seem to be able to like target me while I'm that close to him. Ugh. Well, that was a train wreck. Ah, why do I keep on like? Must have some sort of death wish here. Even though falling into an infinite pit only seems to damage you by about 10. So now I have to go to the other side. So you know what? You can do your shield thing. I'm just gonna turn this around in the meantime. Okay. So looks like we got him. Yeah. Just gotta be patient. He was actually about to do that one attack that I mentioned, which is not a fun attack. So you know, don't let it happen if you can avoid it. Of course, you know, not getting hit at all by anything is usually a good idea. But we have now turned around all 4 of these things, which I failed to scan, but locked in place. System is offline. So now we have to make our way back to the portal. I think I can skip across this. Yeah, just barely. So I think we can skip this cutscene. Maybe, maybe not. I think this is the first time that we've seen it for this particular portal, and it's also going to be the last time that we see it for that particular portal, because we're not going to need to use the portal again. There are actually a lot of portals in the game that are kind of like that, where you only have to use them once ever, and then you don't really need to use them again. But once we make this this return trip, we will finally be back, and we'll be able to get ourselves the screw attack. So yeah, it doesn't work quite the same in this game as it does in the 2D Metroids, because obviously you don't have like the space jump or anything. And I suppose they could have given your normal jumps the screw attack property, but kind of like what they did with it, and we'll see exactly what that is, you know, once we actually pick it up. So press B to jump, jump again. After you do a space jump, you can press B repeatedly to jump farther. You won't get much more height off of it, but you can traverse long distances using the screw attack display. So, for example, you know, we have the Grand Abyss here that we couldn't really cross before, but with the screw attack, now we can. You can get a little bit more distance out of it by not mashing the B button. So if you go a little bit slower, you can actually go a little bit farther. And of course, you know, it does do quite a bit of damage, as you might expect it to. That nice feature about it. Let's see. So from here, I want to head back to the triangle on the map, and actually, we don't have to wait for this thing to carry us around. You know, we can just kind of use the screw attack. You don't have to use all 5 jumps. There are a maximum of 5 that you can use. But you know, it's just kind of useful in that if you need just a little bit more horizontal distance to get to something, you can just use like 1 jump or 2 and get to there. So now we're gonna pick up this missile expansion. You want to start with the left one here, and then go right again, and then left, and that will get you to it. None of the other paths have anything meaningful down them. They all just kind of converge here at the exit. So you can obviously try again. There's a morph ball cannon that will take you back up to the top. Now what we want to do is actually head back in this Dark World portal. Because there's something that now that we have the screw attack we can get. We're going to be doing a little bit of cleanup. A few more items, and then actually we haven't collected any of the Ing Hive Temple Keys. yet, and so that's going to be one of the big things that we'll be doing in our pickup that we're doing here. So you do have wall jump surfaces here. These are kind of a new thing to this game. Area designed to work with the screw attack. So you can actually use the screw attack to wall jump in this game. The surface was designed to be used in conjunction with the screw attack system. Perform screw attacks while facing it to do wall jumps. So if you screw attack into it, you will bounce off of it, and then you can jump off of it. And of course, unlike most of the Metroid game, well, I guess Zero Mission and Super Metroid, where you could do single wall jumps, obviously you can only do wall jumps where you have this wall jump surface available to you. So you're a little bit more limited in the areas where you can wall jump, but I do like it as an alternative way of using the screw attack other than just kind of jumping across chasms. So if you go up this way, there's a Ing Hive Temple Key in here. This is actually the second one that you can technically get in terms of the strict order. I just don't usually pick up the first one right away, mostly because I kind of forget about it most of the time. But if you pick up this one, now we actually want to get back to the light world. We don't really have much else to do here. There is a missile expansion here, though, however, that you can pick up before leaving. So once you have the screw attack, you know, you can pick this one up. And we'll head back into the portal. So once we get back here, more flying pirates, but we're just going to ignore them. We will finally head through this light beam door. Yeah, only took us long enough. And actually just sitting right here is an energy tank. So that'll be our 10th one. Getting pretty high on those. If you scan this, these grapple hooks will come down. So you can actually use this shortcut to get between this area and the main gyro chamber if you want. And yeah, if you didn't know this, you don't actually have to use the grapple hooks once you call them down. If you screw attack across, it will be sure to impress all of your friends. You know, definitely. You know, they'll think it's very cool. Shoutouts to the Nintendo Power Player's Guide for this game, from which that comes from. So now what we're gonna do is head to where the first Ing Hive Temple Key is and pick it up. So we need to head back down to the lower level. We actually could have seen it, you know, if you had a keen eye. In our first trip through the fortress here, is actually when you first should see it. So we're going to be using the portal here in the Hall of Combat Mastery in order to get to it. I don't know if there are... Nope. Yeah, we're probably going to get stopped by Nick Smasher. Yep. Alright, so let's try out the Dark Beam this time. And see, you know, if it's more effective than... So, here, take a swing. Yeah, see, because the Dark Beam has an effect on some enemies where it will keep sapping their health. So that's actually part of the reason why we did, you know, so much damage against Dark Samus when we were facing it. Oh, hey, we can actually do the missile shatter trick, kind of. This tube right here, you can actually destroy it with power bombs. And this will lead you back to Agon if you want. That's where that door leads. But obviously we don't want to go there just yet. So you can pick up this first Ing Hive Temple Key as soon as you have the spider ball. But it's just not really... There might have been one point where I probably should have picked it up, but oh well, you know. We are at the point where we don't really have much else to do before the... of course you guys are here. We don't have much else to do before we take on the main boss of this area, so... Got to pick up the keys now. We don't really have much else of an option. Okay. Actually, I don't think these guys would stop us from getting the key. I'm just going to take them out. Okay, so... Oh man, we're kind of low on dark. We've been using it quite a bit. So, let's see the entrance for this. Ah, there it is. So, pick up this key. It's not, not too bad. I'm not really sure what the track on the right side of it is for. Oh, it's yeah, it's for getting back up if you fall down. That's what it's for. It doesn't actually lead anywhere. So. Now that we've gotten that, let's see. Oh, hey, we can actually just go up in the dark world, I think. Yeah, that'll work. Alternatively, if you want to go back to the light world, then you'd have to take the portal that's in the, forgetting what the name of it is, Hive Dynamo Works, or just the Dynamo Works in the light world. You have to take that one to get back to the dark world. Because the last key that we're looking for is actually right in front of the temple entrance, so... I think... the night barb should appear, I think. Maybe not. Okay, well, I guess they don't. But this is our ultimate end goal, so if you're coming from a different direction, this is where you're going to want to kind of converge. So, if you make this a super beacon, then it'll just kill that Ing instantly. Now, fun fact, you can actually glitch yourself out of bounds through there, but I'm not going to do that because it's difficult. And I don't really need to. Got another echo puzzle. Just got to shoot all of these. And that will unlock this door that was blocking our way. So, now we're in the Hive Gyro Chamber, which doesn't actually have a gyro in it, it just has kind of a giant ball. You should be able... there are some Darkling tentacles that will appear on the sphere once you actually get close enough. There we go. Howdy. So the place that we're ultimately aiming for is this door right there. Before we do that, however, we need to pick up the final key. So in order to do that, we need to get the morph ball, boost up here, and then boost through the middle. And that is all 3 Dark Temple Keys. We'll get the message saying the Ing Hive Temple Keys have all been found. Now, there is... Oh, of course, I got hit. There is a save point that you will definitely want to go to, and it's right here. It can be a bit tricky boosting off of the ball there, but once you get in here, definitely hit this place up, because the boss fight that we have coming up is pretty difficult, especially if you're not the best at the game. But I think we will tackle that in the next episode. So thank you very much for watching this episode of Let's Play Metroid Prime 2. I've been redxparasite, signing out.